Hello everyone, my name is Adam Harden and I want to thank you for watching this presentation on the economic benefits of ATV and UTV in Wisconsin. In this video, we are going to learn about the past and present benefits our program brings to the state. Well, let's get started. Before we can talk about the current economics, let's look back 20 years. Back in 2003, the Wisconsin ATV Association teamed up with the Department of Tourism to conduct an economic impact study for our sport. At the time of the study, there was just over 192,000 registered ATVs in Wisconsin. The study found that on average, a typical rider spends over $500 per trip. An average trip was just over 3 nights. That figure includes fuel, lodging, and food. All right, let's fast forward to the last 5 years. Back in 2017, we had over 376,000 ATVs and UTVs in the state. Looking at 2022, we had just over 472,000 ATVs and UTVs in Wisconsin. That means there were a total of over 95,000 registered machines added to the state's ATV and UTV trail program in the last 5 years. But we're not done with numbers yet. Let's look at some grand totals. In-state registration is 472,300. Those are the machines that are stored in the state. They can be either from local residents or from out-of-state people who have cabins or whatnot stored here. But we got to take a look at the annual trail passes. Trail passes are registrations that are for machines that are out-of-state coming into Wisconsin. That adds an additional 22,888 registrations. That means our grand total is 495,188 machines. That's current as of March 2022. We also have a 5-day trail pass system where people can come in for 5 days. That adds an additional 8,092, but that number changes every day. Let's put this into perspective. Back in 2003, the economic impact of the sport was $295 million based on the completed economic impact study. There were no UTVs back in 2003, and winter riding was very limited compared to today's environment. Today, we not only have 2.5 times the registrations, we also have over 46,000 miles of road routes compared to the vastly smaller number of road routes back in 2003. Back in 2003, road routes are actually only used to connect trail systems together. Today, they're used for a vast network of recreation. Riders are also enjoying far more winter riding opportunities with the UTVs and their accessories. So if we take the 2003 economic impact total and multiply it by 2.5, we end up with over $737 million. However, we need to adjust that for inflation. Thus, with the inflation numbers, we predict that the industry supports well over $1 billion in economic impact to the state of Wisconsin. Aside from the economic impacts of our sport, we also impact jobs and job growth in Wisconsin. Our state is home to multiple factories that produce ATVs and UTVs. John Deere's in Horicon and Polaris's in Osceola. Those are both large-scale manufacturing centers. We also have a large distribution center for Yamaha down in Pleasant Prairie and Parts Unlimited in Janesville. Finally, our state is home to many power sports dealerships around the state. Each dealership employs around 5 to 35 employees, depending on the size. We hope you enjoyed this presentation about the economic impact of ATVing and UTVing in Wisconsin. If you'd like more information, please check out the Wisconsin ATV UTV Association's website at www.watfa.org.